welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, for your support of me and your support of each other, especially in the comment section. I really wanted this to be a space where we are here to help each other, here to walk each other home. So thank you guys so much for helping me to create that space. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time, if you stumbled across the channel for the first time, we want to welcome you to our soul family here. Please pull up a chair, grab yourself some snacks, and get comfy because we're going to have a little chat. And we're all friends when we gather around this table. So today's pick a card, we're looking at what are you manifesting? So what are you currently manifesting in your life? What big changes are coming in for you? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have little tiny decks today. So we have this little tiny deck with this piece of selenite for deck number 1. I don't remember the name actually of this tarot deck, but I'm going to look into that in a moment. We have here deck number 2 with this piece of blue jasper. And I believe this is the Kawaii Tarot. And then we have pile number 3 with the Fade-In Quartz and the Ink Witch Tarot. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit for you, and my timestamps are below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're looking at what are you currently manifesting? What big shifts and changes are about to manifest into your life? Pile 1. Pile 1, you were drawn to the white selenite here. And this is your reading. What are you currently manifesting in your life? What big changes are about to come into your experience because of your manifestations? Now, manifestations can be both good and bad. So I'm hoping that Spirit will bring forward your positive manifestations, but they may take a peek into the shadows too. So we'll see what Spirit has to say today. We have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So whatever you've been trying to manifest, or even if you have been struggling, it's like you've been at it for a while. You've been applying force to a situation for a while. And if we're not planting seeds, we need to be tending that garden. But you can see here in the 7 of Pentacles that lovingly being tended, feeling perhaps even a little bit empowered by the process of action that you're taking. Because I feel like you're not just trying to manifest with thoughts and like, you know, when we saw The Secret, everyone started to visualize money floating at them, but nobody was like going out and buying the ticket. They were just visualizing what they wanted. But I feel like you're taking action here. 3 of Pentacles. You are taking action. Oh, I love it. And things are about to burst open for you. The Judgment card is about, and look, it's a doorway into a Pandora's box of who knows what's coming. But it's exciting. That's what it feels like. There's a momentum building. And it feels like what you've been manifesting for some of you, it's a pursuit of the heart. It could even be a love offer. We have the Hanged Man here as well, which is asking you to continue to surrender to this flow because you are so close to the precipice of change. You're so close. You're like everything that you've manifested, all of the effort that you've put in, and I feel like you've been really frustrated perhaps in the love realm. This frustration is really showcasing with the 9 of Wands, but what it actually is a force card. It's strength. And they're here to remind you that to stay your course and to keep applying the same amount of force and keep doing what you're doing, whatever it is. And you may be, again, manifesting some sort of pursuit in a creative pursuit. And if that's the case, again, it's about to burst the lid right off of that. The Hanged Man is kind of a pause. It's taking a time to take pause. It is an effort to go with the flow. And if you do feel like you're kind of reached a peak or a plateau in whatever you are attempting to manifest, and this could even be like physical gains. This could be something physical as far as your body. This feels like it could be attached to somebody's dreams or their visions as far as like creative pursuits. But for someone watching, it's definitely in connection with a loving energy. So keep applying that force because when I say that you're so close to the finish line here. We have the 8 of Cups. I feel like in the past, in order to get yourself here, you had to create a lot of firm boundaries. You had to create a lot of firm boundaries with people, and you really had to step outside of your comfort zone to do that. And so it's like we're dealing with a whole new version of you. It's like if you were to look at if your past self from 5 years ago were to see you now, you wouldn't even recognize that person. You don't recognize the past version of yourself because you're not that person anymore. You have evolved, you have ascended. And this ascension is helping you not just in the love realm, but it's also helping you in a spiritual ascension too. So everything that you've been through that got you to the point of even wanting change felt really tough and felt really stuck. And again, if it's in love, it's a struggle. You were perhaps wrung through the ringer when it comes to love. But Spirit's here to say, you know, that wasn't wasted. That wasn't wasted, that experience. It has brought you to this point. So if you suffered in the past, again, hold on. You're walking away from those situations. Here's the Eight of Cups. You're leaving behind anything that's not emotionally fulfilling you anymore. And it's like you're listening to your higher self. You're very intuitive, and I feel like you're like seeking out information about manifestation. Like you've researched this. You have I feel like you sat down and journaled. It's like you're the person that will make a practical plan because you've recognized the seed of potential in you. And when I say the seed of potential, it's because you want to believe that you're a powerful creator. And that's what's brought you to the effort in the first place. You want to believe that you're a powerful creator. And you know what? The evidence is about to smack you in the face. Now the truth is going to follow up with that belief. It's like you didn't actually believe it full force, but you were planting the seeds of optimism. And that's all it took to get a momentum swung in your favor. Four of Wands. Keep going. You're so close. Things are about to open up for you. And the Four of Wands is a natural, beautiful gateway towards celebration. Reasons to celebrate. You're detaching yourself. You're moving through a period. And I said they were going to get into the shadow. And look at this Devil card. All of the shadows. And the Devil really represents us detaching from things that are no longer serving us, that are sometimes to a detriment to us, but that are difficult to release because we sometimes use them as crutches. And this can be a way of thinking, this can be a person, this can be an actual physical substance that we use. Sometimes it can be a combination of all three. You know, the things that we use to tame our feelings so that we don't have to feel the intensity of our emotions when they're negative. And you're leaving that behind. This Devil energy, this restriction is supporting your new beginning. So, and it's kind of a beautiful way of putting it because it's a great way to shine a light on our difficulties. It's like our difficulties have set and paved the way for this new beginning, this new doorway that's opening up for you. And you've been waiting for it, and it's so close. Knight of Pentacles is reversed now. So the Knight of Pentacles upright is a very slow energy. This is impending. This is impending on you, and you have been waiting for it, and it's time. Here we have victory for you. Victory for you. Success, happiness. We have the Star. It's healing energy too, and it's stealing away any perceptions you had that kept you in a mental prison. So for someone watching you, or even sort of turning a turning point in your mental health, this is something that is I see everything improving. I see everything improving in your life. So all of the effort that you've put in, especially in the love realm. And I feel like you walked away from love and you really took a pause too. It's like you really took a pause where you were alone perhaps. And you were really, or at least in the very least, you were emotionally alone, or you felt that. You felt emotionally alone. But you spent time fueling yourself with positive seeds. And it wasn't easy. And that's what Spirit's saying. It was not always easy, but here you are on the other side of it, about to break through. So whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. We have here empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing it says absorbing what's not yours. And I feel like you are a very empathic person, and you had to create boundaries, and that was stepping outside of your comfort zone because you're used to putting everyone before yourself. And so this was the biggest challenge of all, was to stand independently and say, you know what, I choose me. And that's hard. We have here the courageous peony. You're about to bloom. I love this. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. And if this is a creative pursuit that you've been trying to manifest and you're like wondering, is this going to take off? And it's going to take off, first of all. The Spirit says you're afraid to be seen. You're afraid to be a star, but it's too late because you're already a star. So you're already fearing your natural state, and there's no point in doing that because you're already a star. We have here, you've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So the boundaries that you created here set you on a course for an emotionally abundant love that's coming in for you. So a lot of you are manifesting this new love with this King of Cups. It's a soulmate energy, someone who can support you, but it's because you had to hold the firm boundaries here. And that was a very important step. And again, I feel like it was really hard for you because that's not your nature. It's your nature to sort of take the deficits of everything else. It's like you give from an empty cup sometimes to yourself. But that was a very necessary thing for you to do because you had to set a bar, because the bar that you had set was way too low, and it just really fueled a lot of dissatisfaction in you. So you had to set a new bar. It was very important. What is pile 1 manifesting, please? Unleash your kindest self, full moon in Capricorn. And you could be a Capricorn. We have the devil energy here. It's time to unleash your ideas. It's time to unleash your pursuits, your passionate pursuits, your creative projects. They're about to open up for you. It says here, leave the past behind. And because I'm dealing, and we have a lot of Capricorn energy here, because we're dealing with collective energy, there's going to be multiple energies that do float in. So there is definitely a love energy coming in, but there's also this very intense, creative passion project that is coming forth as well. It's time to continue to reflect upon your priorities because you're on that last stand. That's what Spirit wants you to know, that you're sort of on that last push. They're asking with that 9 of Wands for you to continue with the pressure that you're applying, because that is what's going to help you to break through. It's kind of what I see is like a chick coming through the egg. And you know, when you watch those videos of chicks coming through the eggs, it looks like they're struggling so much and you just want to reach down and pull off a piece of that shell, but you can't. It's really dangerous for a chick not to remove itself from the egg because there's important blood vessels that need to be severed and it takes time. I digress. Anyway, Spirit says that they're almost itching to like pull off that last eggshell, but they have to let you do it yourself. Back of the deck says it's time to honor your feelings, because you're going to hit a wall where you're starting to sort of push through. And when we reach that point of no return, often buyer's remorse will hit us and we'll want to go running back into a comfort zone, even if it's something, even if what we're heading towards is way better than what we're leaving behind. The natural human, state of things will create this fear in us that will make us want to run backwards, but they want you to stay this course. Hold on, hold steady, because you are so close to so much. Time to clear out the clutter, purification. And I love her too, because the frog is often a very feminine energy. We have the High Priestess, so you're very intuitive. And we have look beyond immediate appearances for discernment. You could be feeling like you're frustrated, like the effort that you're putting in hasn't helped or hasn't afforded change to this point. But that's why Spirit's here talking to you today, because they want you to know that they hear you, they feel your frustration, they know that you're frustrated. Oftentimes, when we're on the precipice of change, that's when frustration will hit us the hardest. But that's the point that we have to push the hardest. And that's why your entire spread started with the 9 of Wands, because you're so close, pile 1. And they want you to keep pushing through. They are going to keep pushing with you. You are provided for in all ways, and you're headed towards abundance. So just like this buffalo, put your head down and just keep pushing forward. Beautiful energy for you. Let's get a charm bowl, pile number 1. What are they manifesting for pile 1? The Lovers. Finally, it's like finally our clarity has been restored. Our confusion is over. We don't have to fantasize anymore. It is going to require a little bit of vulnerability for you to be able to step through that threshold, though. And it feels like a love offer coming in for a lot of you. You're going to be really attracted to this person. And it's going to seem like an offer that seems too good to be true, because you've jumped timelines and you've shifted energies. So what you're heading towards, it's like a dream. And you're going to be suspicious of it because it's like, be careful what you wish for. It just might show up. And what would happen if it just showed up for you tomorrow? You know, how would you feel if everything you want just showed up for you on your doorstep? You'd be a little bit suspicious. But Spirits is encouraging you to look at that offer with objection, and to enter into the unknown, because you never know what's going to find you. And they say that what's going to find you is clarity, and it's going to be sort of dreams coming to fruition. In the bowl today, we have the letter I. This is an individual effort. And I love that, because we started with the 9s. It's about that last individual push towards your dreams. And it's happening. We have a little bit of it's the Ace of Swords, and it's attached to this heart with the nursing cap. So you could be pushing through school. You could be pushing towards success in the job realm. We also have an ambulance. So again, hospital, nursing connection. We have the 5 of Cups, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. So the disappointment that you felt emotionally in the past, especially in love, you are on a new foundation. You're setting yourself up for a course, for a new foundation. We have here the Chariot, and it's the bicycle, and it has no rider. And I think about children when I see that bicycle charm. And I also think about how it's like you don't know how to get where you want to get. It's like maybe you even feel like you're haphazardly trying to manifest what you want. But whatever it is you're doing a good job. So even if you don't know how you're making it happen, just keep applying the same force that you're applying. You are my sunshine, and you are sunshine. So keep your head high and follow the sun, because that's how you're going to continue to manifest all of this abundance. All right, pile 1, this is what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. I am praying for you, and I'm just so excited for you. And if it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already a part of our soul family here. If you do, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free video reading from me. You can also check me out on Instagram for a chance to win a free mini read on a monthly basis. And I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here to the Tarot Cottage for a visit, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the blue jasper, and this is your reading. What are you manifesting? What is about to manifest into your life because of your efforts? We can, of course, manifest both positive and negative things with our thoughts, feelings, and intentions, but I'm hoping that Spirit will focus on the positive manifestations today, but they may include some shadows, as I said earlier. So what are you currently manifesting, group 2? We have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. Let's clarify this message. What is pile 2 manifesting? Whoops. The 2 of Pentacles, we have the Strength, the World, the Ace of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we have this 9 of Wands. We also have the Judgment card here. For some of you, you are manifesting a big shift in your career realm, potentially. You may even be moving as well. And you're second guessing your actions, because I feel like this is something that you were kind of planning for. You sort of dragged your feet a little bit, or you're wondering if you should have waited a little bit longer before executing some change in your life, because all of a sudden it's like you had to really harness your strength to sort of get things in motion here. and to make some moves down this new path. And it really feels like you're almost taking some sort of leap into an unknown. Like you may even be considering some sort of position like an entrepreneur. You may be opening up some type of side business or even a full-fledged business of some kind that you are at the helm of, because the Queen of Swords is in charge. And she has, you know, everything inside of her to succeed. She's so smart, but you second guess that. You are challenging yourself right now. You're like, did I make the right decision? Am I making the right decision? You could be asking yourself that right this moment. But Spirit's here to say that you can trust your intuition. And you're wondering that now. You're kind of at this point where you're at this edge where you're about to break through something, because the Nine of Wands is talking about that. And I love this energy. It actually showed up for pile 1 in their spread as well, which is an interesting sort of aside. But I feel like this is a very common energy for Spirit to bring forward when we're about to push through something. It is a strength card. You could be a Leo, actually. There's a lot of Leo energy here, but there's a sense of pushing through. You're at the precipice of change. And when we see the nines like this, especially as a back of deck energy, it is kind of our last call to action. It's like if you're hesitating to really execute and to really truly leap, Spirit says to stop hesitating. Don't worry about that. You can trust your judgment call. You can trust in the guidance that you've been feeding yourself and fueling yourself with to create this confidence to succeed. And you're not feeling confident, but we can feign that until we actually feel it, and that's okay. I feel like the effort that's going to have to be applied in this situation scares you. It's like it's like you didn't anticipate the amount of work, especially if you're starting a new business of your own. And that's what it really feels like. It feels like you're setting a new course upon something that you're in charge of. It's like you're not going to have a boss. You're not going to have somebody telling you what to do, because you're calling the shots now. And you're wondering if this is the right path for you. But Spirit says absolutely it is. You'll never feel ready to take these leaps. We can never completely prepare ourselves until we are sitting in that state of the High Priestess or in the Hierophant or the Empress or the Emperor, where we see things for what they truly, truly are. We're never going to feel that kind of preparedness in this realm right this moment. But you're doing it afraid. And Spirit says that you're starting to build a huge foundation. So they want you to see things clearly and to maintain your focus upon your objective, because it is leading you to so much new beginnings, or so many new beginnings and so much abundance. There's the Empress. And it's not only going to help you to, again, get smarter and stronger, but it's going to give you the desires of your heart. And there's the beautiful Empress. She's sitting on her throne for a reason. She put herself there with all of her hard work. And the Nine of Wands is here to remind us too that look what you've accomplished so far. You should be patting yourself on the back, and you should be coasting into this new beginning now, and not doubting whether or not you should have taken the leap in the first place. The Seven of Swords often showcases somebody looking behind themselves all of the time. And if we continue to look behind ourselves, we're going to trip and fall on our faces. But if we keep our head high and focused on the goal, focused on the sun, we're going to make it to all of our objectives. So Spirit's really proud of you for taking this leap, setting yourself on this new course. You may be second guessing because you don't know what the consequences of what you feel like is a rushing in, because you feel like you rushed into the situation. But Spirit's is like, you know what? Time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. And so many people spend their lives hemming and hawing over an action that they know they should be taking. And everybody says that. It's like, oh, I'm going to start that tomorrow. Oh, I'll try that eventually. Oh, I know I have to make a decision about that eventually. And 95% of people are going to be stuck there. In that book from Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You Go, he calls it the waiting place. You know, people are just waiting, waiting for something great to happen to them, but that's not for you. And that's what the book says too. It says you're going to escape all that waiting, and you're going to find the place where big boom bands are playing. And that's exactly what you're doing. So don't second guess yourself. Spirit says they're really, really proud of you. And this natural point of confusion that you're feeling is very, very natural. So like a wave, let it float right over top of you and let it kind of carry you through to that calmer water, to that cooler place. What are we manifesting? We have here big picture thinking. It says here, visionary, inspired ideas. You are a visionary. You may actually be considering some sort of career even in the spiritual realm. You may consider it something perhaps even in tarot or something like that, because we have the High Priestess here, which means you're very, very intuitive, and you can trust that intuition. We also have here lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. That's why you're so freaking capable, Spirit says, because you've done this before. You have so much wisdom. Your High Priestess, your higher self, is coming forward with all of this wisdom in their arsenal that you can utilize now. This is not your first rodeo. You're very, very wise. And this path is meant for you. And you remember that. Your higher self is telling you, it's trying to bring forward those memories. Here's the Six of Cups. Very, very interesting energy. Here we have jump in, a back of deck, adventure, say yes. Say yes to change. This amazing idea, this amazing pathway that you know is going to reach, it's going to bring you to success. And success is already yours. Like literally you saying yes to this idea, it's like it already creates enough momentum to usher you into that new beginning. Whoops. What are you manifesting, pile number 2? We have here step into your power. First moon in Aries. And you are such a powerful creative force, a very intelligent force. Like you have a lot of awareness. It's like you know the truth of things. Again, you could be very kind of like empathic or psychic type of person. We have here believe in your good luck. New moon in Sagittarius. You know, the expectation of success is so strong, is so important to our success. We often live in the opposite state. We kind of live in a state where we're expecting failure because we feel like if we expect failure, we won't be disappointed. But we're already allowing ourselves or fueling ourselves with disappointment when we do that to ourselves. So expecting success takes just as many muscles as expecting failure. So you might as well expect success. Find a balance, full moon in Libra. So the imbalance that you're feeling with the uncertainty, that needs to be adjusted first. We need to adjust, and we need to start that healing process by balancing out the insides of us that make us feel incapable of this abundance that we're owed. Truly, I say that you're owed it, because this Queen of Swords is a smart and a leader, and she is someone who deserves to be sitting on this, where is she? They're the Empress, deserves to be sitting on this throne. What are you manifesting? You're becoming braver. And look at how, like, this card has been coming out a lot for me. It reminds me of my best friend, Holly. She looks like her, actually. It says resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. And it's like you doubt yourself, even though you know deep down how capable you are and you are aware of your talents. You're very modest. You're almost too modest. It's like you look at it almost too objectively. It's like you know deep down inside what you're capable of. And back of the deck says keeping up, immense effort and advance. And the timing is now. The timing is now for you. Time waits for no one, and there'll never be a perfect opportunity. You are the perfect opportunity. It has to come from inside of you. What are you manifesting? Pile number 2. Advice from Spirit. I have here owl. Pay attention to the signs. And I love the owl because it reminds me of the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Your guides and angels are, and your higher self specifically, is bringing down a lot of symbols and like a lot of signs for you. And I feel like you know this. It's like repeating numbers or maybe even birds or other types of animals that resonate with you deeply. And you're second guessing those signs because you're a very logical person, but you're also a very intuitive person. And so your intuition, your higher self, is whispering at you in those moments, is nattering in your ear saying, of course that's me, of course that is. And you know that those signs are there. So pay attention to them because they are definitely calling you. And they're letting you know, they're like checkpoints. They're letting you know that you are on the right course here. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. What are they manifesting? What is going to come about because of this manifestation? Whoop. So we have 4 for you today. We have the Lovers. You could be a Gemini, perhaps. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Lovers in your bowl today. So the Ten of Swords here is this call from our guides to kind of release the past, release the old expectations, release the old plans. It's the ending of a cycle. It's something coming to a close. And you may have invested a lot of time. You may, again, this may be in the business realm, or you may be kind of quitting a job in order to embark upon something that is individual, something that you've created yourself. And you've been sitting on the fence about whether to execute it or when to execute this. When I see sometimes the Seven of Pentacles, I think about things we have to uproot in order to create change. So it's a natural pause point for us when we reflect upon what we're building and where we're headed with those investments, because it gives us an opportunity to replant. And that's what you're doing. You're replanting, you're creating something of your own. And that's beautiful because it's leading you to that abundance that you were hoping for anyway, but more. So much more, because it's not just going to be physical abundance, it's going to be emotional abundance. It's going to be every area of your life being affected. Your confidence, your emotional happiness, not just physical happiness, which is really important too. In the bowl today, we have the letter Q twice, and we have Y and V. We have here, give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. A quote from Marilyn Monroe. We also have find joy in the journey too. Life is not supposed to be a humdrum of work. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a literal playground for us to explore. And there's so many beautiful things to explore. And there's so many exciting adventures. And even in the everyday, there's so many wonderful things we can learn about. We have here the starfish about healing energy, Sagittarius in the bowl, 2, and the Ten of Swords again. We're releasing a cycle. We're ending something. And it feels like it's connected to your work environment. Of course, this can, of course, resonate in the love realm as well. But if this doesn't resonate with you, you can try a different pile or a different reading. But this definitely feels like an entrepreneurial type of leap. And I'm very excited for you. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated. And if it did, I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear your story in the comment section below. I would love for you to be a part of our soul family here and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. And if you do, be sure to drop me a comment and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check me out for a personal reading on Etsy, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile 3. You were attracted to the Faden Quartz or to the Ink Witch Tarot here, and this is your reading. What are you currently manifesting? Now we are asking Spirit to tell us about positive manifestations here, but they may get into the shadows. We'll have to see what they want to talk about. It's kind of their show once we give them the floor. But what are you manifesting in your life right now? What is about to enter into your experience? What is pile 3 manifesting currently, please? We have here the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, could be some money coming in for you guys. Some practical, abundant King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. The Ten of Pentacles. It looks like you guys are manifesting money. It's what it looks like. And you know what? What's interesting is that it's, here's the Ace of Swords. It's like you're breaking through to like a new mindset. And because I have collective energy coming in, I do have like multiple messages coming in. So this is really in the earthy realm. We have a lot of pentacles here. So a lot of financial abundance coming in for you. And I feel like it's because of a shift mindset. It's because of active manifestations that you have actually put forth. Because even the Death card is talking about a cycle closing and about something new coming about. It's like a rebirth. You can see like the outline of the sunshine coming in. She's holding onto this pomegranate because there's a sense of almost like temptation perhaps to fall back into old mindsets. You know, there's always that draw to fall back into old mindsets here. We have the Ace of Swords on the back of the deck, but you've almost, it's like you cracked the code or something. And this is going to prove it to you. This is going to prove to you that you've cracked the manifestation code. It's like you've honed your skills as a manifestor. You know how to use your skills now because you've been doing this for a while. I feel like you've been trying to manifest this for a long time, and there have been a lot of perhaps hiccups on the road to that manifestation, because I almost feel like you've had to, you can see she's kind of sewing there, or she's drawing things through the cloth. It's like you've had to tear out and it's like you had to revisit your plans before. Page of Pentacles. And literally, it feels like for some of you, it's like literally like abundance just dropping out of the sky somehow. That's how much momentum you've created. You can see here with the piggy, it's like, and part of you almost feels guilty. It's like a part of you is like, is it guilty to want financial abundance? But you shouldn't. It's like just going to drop out of the blue for you. It's like a gift being, it's like a reward. And it's going to, honestly, this little bit of a windfall coming in for you is going to test you a little bit. It's going to test your emotions a little bit, because once you start to see your manifestations taking on a physical form, there is going to be a natural moment of worry and fear. It's like once you start to make gains, you get fearful of those gains stopping. You get fearful of it drying up or trickling away, or you think that it's some sort of, like it feels like you worry about it being a one-off or something. It's like it's a fluke, but that's not what it is. It's not a fluke. We have the Ten of Wands. It's interesting because Spirit says it's almost a burden on you when you do get what you want. It's like when you manifest what you want, if you've been struggling financially and you finally get some money on your shoulders, it's almost a burden. It's almost like if someone says to you, okay, tomorrow you're going to win the lottery. I'm not saying that you're going to win the lottery, but tomorrow you're going to win the lottery. It's like you would start to worry about that. It's like you would start to worry about that. It's like if I won the lottery, well, then I would have all this pressure on my shoulders, and I would have this guy coming up for me for money. And like, it's like you worry about abundance too. And it's actually that mindset of worry that is going to be challenged here. Yeah, there's the Devil. Capricorn energy, very strong actually here with this King of Pentacles, with the Devil energy, the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of Earth energy here. You may be an Earth sign. Page of Swords. You can see here in the Page of Swords that the page is being knighted. It's like being knighted by the universe. It's like a reward from the universe for all of your study, your hard work, and the study that you put into this process. Because I do feel like you're like a student of manifestation. Like I feel like you would be the person that would have watched The Secret, and you read books about manifestation, or you watch videos about manifestation, and you try to manifest things. You try to manifest change. But the biggest struggle for you is to believe. 100% is to believe. Even when it's sitting right in front of you, it's hard for you to believe. But that's why this is all happening, because there's the High Priestess. I love this because you're being knighted, you're being offered all of this abundance coming in from the universe in very physical form. It feels like in the form of money here, and then it sets you off on a new course, but it starts with a beautiful transformation. You need to go through this process of abundance, insecurity. It's like the waves of an ocean. You need to go through the process of this so that you can balance yourself out, so that you can set yourself on a new course, so that you can believe that you are such a powerful manifester. And look at this Page of Wands. It's like a baby magician. Like a baby magician. But even the baby magician holds all the power that the grown magician holds. They just don't know how to utilize it. And that's what it feels like. It's like you're learning how to utilize it. And you're bringing yourself to victory. I love that. You are bringing yourself to a very victorious place. The Six of Wands. And there's the Four of Wands. Celebration. The Seven of Cups. And so many options. Look at this. If this is the baby magician, look at this If this is not the Magician, this is the Seven of Cups, but that's what the Magician can create. Anything. Anything. And that's what you're learning about throughout this whole process. You're learning how to get yourself in and out of emotional prisons. And that's a very important skill set to have, especially in today's day and age. That's a very important skill set to have. And you're very, very intuitive too. The realm that you may be kind of heading down as far, and actually this was kind of a message coming in for pile 1, I believe. You may be heading down the realm of more spiritual matters to gain this perspective. You may be kind of heading down a financial realm where you're making money off of your intuition in some type of way. That obviously is not for everyone. That's just for someone specific. But if it is for you, you know that it's for you. And confidence is going to be your key to success moving forward too. So keep pushing. That's why Spirit's really happy that you're watching this video, because they want you to keep pushing through. Keep pushing forward. All of the gains that all of the pressure and the effort that you've put in, it's about to pay off in a big, big way. And I just want to actually clarify that Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, please. Because I am getting a message for someone specifically that this may not come in the form of coins, but it's going to come in the form of a partner that offers stability. And that is the emotional new cycle that you are opening up for yourself. Queen of Swords. Devil. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. For someone, this is you heading towards, like, you've severed something from the past. And I feel like maybe you have had to be very independent for quite a long time. But in this case, this windfall, this gift from the universe is coming in the form of a relationship that's going to offer you the stability, the abundance that you're looking for. And it is a new emotional start that offers you peace. Now, that message is not for everyone. There is another message coming in for an entrepreneur who is creating their own coin through all of their actions. I also feel like you're a saver too. Like, that's going to benefit you as well. Like, you save some of the things that you build up, your money, your coin, you're a saver as well. And the propensity to be, and Spirit just said that the reason why you're a saver is because you have had to suffer through unknowns, and you are fearful of the unknown, and you don't want to suffer through that again. You're really insecure about this. But that's why Spirit says you are turning a corner. You are transcending that past experience, and they want you to release some of that insecurity now, because you're going through a threshold. And the unknowns always scare us, but in this case, Spirit says you're going into a threshold to become the queen, to become the king. You are going through you have transcended. You have crossed over. Moving forward, you have crossed over. And instead of, experiencing all that pain in the past and holding on to it, if you can't release it 100%, that's okay for now. They want you to transmute that energy and use it now. Utilize it. And there a very strong message coming in now for this entrepreneurial spirit who has fed so much energy into this situation. And it's going to pay off for you. There's the Ten of Pentacles again. Financially, huge, huge abundance for you, pile 3. Huge abundance. And when we talk about the Ten of Pentacles, there's the King of Swords. Again, this is going to bleed into every area of your life. It's huge. It's huge. We have the King and the Queen of Swords, which is relationships that are firm and strong. The King and Queen of Pentacles, very strong relationships built on trust, built on mutual understanding as well, which is beautiful. And when I talk about the Ten of Pentacles, we're often talking about generational wealth. Generational wealth. We're not just talking about, making your bills. We're talking about generational wealth. So this is really exciting. What is pile 3 manifesting? We have here surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Surrender to it. And as I said earlier, it's like when you get something that you really want, you get worried about it. It's like you're afraid the next shoe is going to drop, or the other shoe is going to drop, or something. But they're saying you have jumped timelines. We have here baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Spirit doesn't want you, they say that you don't know what the future brings, and that really fills you with sometimes a dread. But they don't need you to see the forest through the trees. They can see it. They'll be your eyes for now, and they want to know if you can see your next step. That's what you need to be looking for, is just your next step. And then after that, the step after that, and the step after that. And ultimately, every little baby step is going to inch you closer and closer to this rebirth, and closer to the celebration, the victory that the Six of Wands is really talking about. And it's also going to be confidence that actually ushers you through to this celebratory energy. And it's limitless. You are limitless. And that's the belief that you are fueling right now. That's the shift and the transformation that you're fueling, is this belief that you are limitless. We have double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. And I love the double, let's see, 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, and expression. So a message for that entrepreneurial spirit. But I love the double mission card because of the double energy of the message coming in, not just physical financial abundance, but also a relationship. It's like a meeting of the minds, and a relationship that is solid and strong as well. What are you manifesting? Number 3, we have magic. Own your power. You are manifesting your own magic. And it's not even that you're manifesting it. It's always been in you. It's always been innate inside of you. It's that you're discovering it for yourself. It's time to adapt, because the way that things were, you may still be reeling from the insecurity, but it's done. The past is gone. The past is done. It may have been a difficult one, and you may still be reeling from the aftershocks, but it's over. So it's time to adapt to all of the good things that are coming. And when we say to adapt to changes that are happening, it's not always bad things. We have to adapt to good things too. Honestly, change is really scary. And even when I got my dog, it was like having a baby in the house again. That was an adaptation that I had to make. And so you have to adapt to all the positive things too, because it's going to take you a few minutes to recognize that this is all for you, and that this is your path, and that it's yours. We have here, breathe through the tension. Full moon in Scorpio, and we have talk less and feel more. And I feel like that's really important, because we've seen the Queen of Swords, we've seen the Queen of Pentacles, and we haven't seen the Queen of Cups, who is really emotional, or the Queen of Wands, who's really passionate. So you could be sometimes get kind of caught up in the practicalities of things. And you may be the type of person that says, well, I'm not thinking pessimistically, I'm thinking realistically. But Spirit says that's still pessimism. It's just calling it by a different name. We have unleash your kindest self. So, and that's important for you. It's not for everybody else. Because I feel like you're a great person to everybody else. You are your worst critic for you. And I feel like you're really hard on yourself. And when we talk, our ears hear what we say first. And when you talk about yourself in a negative way or in a disparaging way, Spirit wants you to speak to yourself like you're speaking to the 3-year-old version of yourself, and see if it's easy to do that at that point. It's not. It's not easy to berate a 3-year-old version of yourself like it is the adult version of yourself. So that's their challenge for you, is to stop speaking so negatively. Stop fueling yourself with negative self-talk. What are you manifesting? Shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. You are manifesting magic. You are manifesting power. You're setting yourself on a new course. And I feel like it's your ideas that are setting you up on this course. So it's your ideas that are going to help you make the coin. It's your ideas that are going to bring forward all of this shift and change. Because here's the mortality card. I thought there was 2 there. There's already the death card here. And even this card all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. And you are now, it's now time to please yourself. It's now time to put yourself first. And it may seem selfish, but everyone will benefit on the other side of all of this abundance that comes in. People will benefit from your light way more than they'll benefit from your struggle constantly. So the mortality is like the death card, our shift and a rebirth that's upon you. Back of the deck says you can't go back to yesterday, so it's time to be in the present. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. What are you currently manifesting in the bowl? Ace of Cups, new love opportunity. And you're leaving behind emotionally unfulfilling situations and people as well. And you should feel empowered, but you maybe do not. But that's what you're heading towards. Here's the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is all about putting yourself in a position that you're really proud of and that other people envy, and that it sort of sets a course for other people. You shine as an example. You shine like a star, like an example for others. It's about financial abundance. It's about practical abundance. It's a position that is enviable. And that's exactly what you're manifesting. And I think that that's beautiful. And I love those nines too. Again, we're seeing the Ten of Pentacles for you quite a bit. And the 9 is all about being so close to this, pile 3. You're so close to change and to the abundance that you're hoping for. So all the actions that you're currently taking or have taken are about to pay off for you. We have A and S and A and V and Q. We do have a horse. And it's looking backwards, you know, and Spirit says for us to keep forward facing, to not look backwards behind us. We also have here the Five of Cups, and again, that's a reflection card that is always pulling us backwards. And if we keep reflecting on what has been or on what is coming, then we miss the moment. We miss the moment right now. We have music as a great way to lift the vibration, and maybe there is a creative side of you or a musical side of you. And we do have the wings, looking at things from higher perspectives. All right, pile number 3. That's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comment section, and I would love for you to be a part of our beautiful family here if you aren't already, and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a quick comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. It doesn't have to be a long comment, whatever. I automatically enter all of the comments into a system, so it doesn't have to be a long comment. Even a couple of hearts can always increase your chances to get a reading. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.